So a couple of months ago, I did one of these talks, and I was focusing quite a lot at the time on fibre intake and zinc nutritional values, referring to zinc intake being incorrect and a few other general things. At the time, I was also aware of this, but since then, I've put further thought into it, and that is that the information regarding the zinc that I was quite focused on at the time heavily is relevant, but not necessarily 100% of the most important factor in what I was trying to deduce through that analysis. So I was talking about digestion mainly as a whole. That was the point of the talk. And the point of talking about the digestion was to do with people's digestion not working at an optimal level. And my guess that the large majority of people's digestion doesn't function at an optimal level. And if they've noticed any abnormalities in the digestion, then I was wanting to clarify to help make it easier to understand that most people's digestion is abnormal at this current point in history, possibly for most of human development. So before I start rambling, just to reiterate and bring everything all together in terms of the talk I did last time and the wisdom, insight, information and awareness that I've gained and solidified and crystallized since then, this is the point and the discussion I'm going to make today as quick as possible without going off on a tangent. For perfect digestion, I am 99% sure, and I do believe strongly that too much fibre is not good. I would guess that on a good day, most people of an average height and an average weight could probably digest up to about 25 grams of fibre without any significant problems occurring. I've got a hunch that anything over 25 grams is not a good place to be, but I'm open to disagreement. Everyone's different. I'm just speaking on the fibre front from my personal experience, but I do believe that a lot of the things I'm talking about do refer to the majority of the general public. So too much fibre isn't great. I'm pretty sure that's a fact. But some fibre is necessary, especially to get enough of certain nutrients like potassium, magnesium, things like that, which you can get supplements for, but whole foods in certain quantities, in the right amounts, are good, nutritious and vitalising for the spirit, the soul and the body, for sure. And they're tasty. Too much sugar's not good. Too much salt isn't good. That's a fact. And there is too much salt in modern food. for two reasons. The most important one, throughout history, salt's been used as a preservative. So before there was freezers and fridges, there was salt used to preserve things, to keep them fresh. Salted meats, cheese, preserves, sauces, jams, all these different types of things. And then the second reason is it tastes good. Salt tastes good, it makes food taste good. But then there's always the argument that, a bit like Mouse on the Matrix when he's talking about, have you ever tried shredded wheat? And Switch says, well, no, but technically neither of you. And he's saying as well that, that how do the machines know what tasty wheat tasted like? And maybe that's why everything I think tastes like chicken or something like that. Anyway, he's talking about all the philosophical aspects of was it the chicken or the egg sort of thing. And that's a bit like with the salt, like, does it actually make food taste that good, or is it just because we've been programmed over time to get used to it, to think that food doesn't taste good without salt, when in reality it might taste exactly the same. The second major point and discovery that I'm quite excited about and happy to share, that is the most important part of this talk, is that I think the ultimate factor in perfect digestion, and this is goes against the grain, it dispels a lot of misinformation and is very useful in just getting straight to the core of the issue, is that I'm 99% sure that humans, possibly a lot of other animals as well, but definitely humans, speaking from our own perspective and experience, humans require a large amount of water. I've had this suspicion for the past couple of months. I've only thought about it the past couple of months as well, but to know that is very comforting. It's calming to finally get to that point. I thought about it for a while, and I was implementing it, but sometimes I'd go on to something else, and it's just amazing, really. There's the cliche of stay hydrated. You hear that a lot. Stay hydrated, keep healthy, stay hydrated. But there's so much more information that we're given about food and nutrition and health and exercise, fitness and digestion, that you just get mixed up, when you're in the depths of it and you're looking for a solid answer. If you're not feeling well, it's hard. It's a struggle to think properly, think clearly, like what's actually happening, because there's so much different information. And yeah, just a large amount of water. It's amazing. You wouldn't think it can sort your digestion out. Sometimes it's counterintuitive with a lot of the different symptoms of bad digestion. Drinking a lot of water seems a bit counterintuitive, It seems a bit like the opposite of what you need going on at the time, but it actually sorts things out. And I do believe the reason for that is because bile is stored in the gallbladder, but bile is actually made in the liver. The liver's a reasonably sized organ. The gallbladder is quite small in comparison, and I believe that the large amount of clean, fresh water that the human body needs is to help the digestive and gastric juices function properly, to help create the bile. I can't remember the exact statistic off the top of my head, but I think the amount of bile that the human body creates in the liver every day is something like 700 millilitres plus, and that's just just to create the bile, which helps digest fats. And then there's all the other different types of gastric juices and hydration, and it's a massive part of blood as well. The water's like, blood's like 70% water or something like that. The human body's 60% plus water. The earth is something like 60% plus water. So it makes sense in the long run, but it's not known properly, and people don't push the information. It's not well known. A lot of people are just uncomfortable to speak about this type of thing as well. So I'm just doing my bit for the future generations and just speaking my mind, because that's what I do. I think a lot. I think about things in depth. I've got a laser-like focus, and I'm putting it to good use to help awaken people and encourage people, support people, and enlighten people to the fact that, they're going to be okay. And there's a lot to do with health and nutrition that is quite simple once you know it, and it can make a massive difference to your health, your overall well-being, and your happiness. So the amount that seems to work for me to make my digestion work perfectly is around at least 2 litres of water, at least 2 litres of still, clean water every day. I think 3 litres is also a good option. Between 2 and 3 litres at least 2 and 3 litres every day for perfect digestion. And try it out, you'll be surprised. It really works. But you also need all your good nutrients as well. You need vitamin C, zinc, magnesium, potassium, calcium. You need all these things in a good, healthy balance as well. And not too much damp food, not too much raw food, not too much fibre, not too many vegetables. This is what I believe. Meat is fine, Animal products, animal protein is best. White rice, white potatoes, white pasta, things like this are good. They work well. Too many vegetables, too many fruits, it's not good. But also too much protein's not good. Too much animal food isn't good. So it's the yin and the yang. It's all about the balance and the harmony and finding out what's right for you, but what's properly right for you, not just what you've got into the habit of or a routine of, what's factually, actually, in reality, good for you and good for your body, your mind, your soul, your spirit. And I'm saying 2 or 3 litres of clean, still water every day is essential for perfect digestion for me, coming from my perspective of someone living in the Northern Hemisphere, Northern Europe, in a cold climate. So 2 or 3 litres of water in a cold climate on a hot summer's day, or in a hotter country, you might be looking at possibly, I'm not sure, don't quote me on this exactly, but 3 litres plus, possibly 3 to 4 litres, maybe even 3 to 5 litres a day, but take it steady, take it easy. Again, don't quote me exactly on that figure. You're going to have to just go slowly, find these things out for yourself, cup by cup, half a litre by half a litre, just see what's right for you. And yeah, this is some brilliant wisdom that you're not going to hear anywhere else. And I've compacted it all into a reasonably short talk, absolutely full of power, full of energy. Amazing stuff, really. Takes all sorts to make a world, and I'm just happy to be here. So thanks for listening. I hope this has helped. Stay strong. Keep being you. You're the only one like you. No one else is the same. Everyone's here for a different purpose, and whether you're having a good day or a bad day, I love you. Much love. Eternal peace. Bliss. Harmony. Joy. Awakening. Enlightenment. Respect. Have a good one.